Welcome to your magical moon message. This is the Peace Dealer, Moon in Virgo, Sun in Sagittarius. This is gonna be a nice one, guys. The Moon in Libra is gonna be even nicer, but congratulations. We are at the 10th house Capricorn success signature of this transit, formally bringing Sagittarius season into completion, which means in 1 week we blast off. We blast off in 1 week. In 1 week we blast off. That blast off is the new moon with the god of war Mars. Woo. Okay, so last week was the full moon, and this week is the third quarter 270-degree square. First and foremost, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for watching me. I don't like to say my content gets suppressed because that just sounds like an excuse to me, but you'd be surprised the number of people who don't see updates to these videos and who may catch these late. So shout out to those of you who are watching this, showing support. I really consider it invaluable and priceless how much these messages really speak to you guys. So we're gonna keep it moving forward, and shout out to the donations you guys send in the tip jar. Even a little dollar here and there adds up. It means a lot. Shout out to the prayers and the very kind words you guys share. And speaking of kindness, that is a function of Virgo. All right, the real expression of Leo love, expressed through kindness. So with that being said, I want to juxtapose how the full moon in Gemini and this moon in Virgo is similar to having a marketer work on, let's say, your profile. Let's say you have a social media account. Before the marketing team can apply a strategy for how they're going to promote your page, first they need to analyze it. They need to experiment and see, what is your page? What is your target audience? What is the potential of your page? And that was the process from Moon in Gemini to Moon in Virgo. Now, Moon in Virgo to Moon Sag, the third quarter square to new moon, is closing out through the balsamic phase, the harvest, so that we can plant new seeds with the new moon. We can blast off, activate a new ascended perspective with Mars, the rocket fuel and booster, into a whole new life. Okay, ascending into godhood, stage 3 of breakthrough. Sagittarius headlining the I Told You So tour. So the moon in Virgo is now this part of the process where, hey, we've experimented and analyzed your page. Here are the strategies you want to begin to implement. You are going to understand the analysis, Moon Virgo, of what? This ascended perspective that is bringing you to a higher level of virality, or of seeing how you have now transformed everything you've activated through March and May and integrated through August and September, bringing everything together so that you can break through. And the reason why this is going to be really amazing is because this understanding of analysis in the 10th house of Capricorn is going to bring to reality the understanding of everything you have accomplished with this week's harvest that began in Gemini, deepened the sincerity of Cancer, and strengthened the courage and quality through Leo. Virgo enables us to now look at everything we've harvested before the moon in Libra divvies it up relative to the associates who helped us, of course, harvest these results. So the moon in Virgo is going to help you understand and see very real results. This is where you're going to start to really analyze how to apply these ascended perspectives and to step more into your power now that Mercury is shortly, in the next week or so, getting ready to retrograde and reevaluate the utilization of the power of your brain now that you've evolved, and now that through Scorpio season you've harvested this unconventional evolution of your natural values and your physical senses. Sagittarius season, of course, shows you the transformation of said physical senses through an ascension of your consciousness, and with Mars, the actions you're taking, and with Mercury, everything you've already processed. Venus is getting ready to move into Scorpio tomorrow. And at that 29 degrees square to Pluto, it's fundamentally next to the South Node, unlocking and shifting the powerful nature of how you are maintaining integrity in relationships so that this can secure the destined partnerships you're going to establish by the time we come into the Aries eclipse. So once the Venus goes into Scorpio, this is going to start to smoothen, deepen, intensify, and polish everything that we have just recently harvested. It's going to be great for finances. It's going to be great for relationships and locking in with those who align with similar values or complementary values. So knowing that while the moon is going to be in Virgo, and when we will have the moon in Scorpio on Venus, this is closing out this Sagittarius season by showing you the results of everything you've worked for, and also analyzing with keen detail how exactly to purport and show people what it is you've worked for. The immediate opposition of Saturn in Pisces to the moon in Virgo will align the integrity of your beliefs with everything that you are understanding and seeing is actually really happening. This is going to provide context for a lot of delusions and illusions people may have purported, or visions or unseen metaphysical experiences you might have had that are now being proven and made real with facts. You are understanding and analyzing the facts of what you can see, Sagittarius. This is going to also subsequently oppose near the end Neptune and bring to reality an understanding of the metaphysical quality of your imagination and everything you can imagineer through such an angle. All right. We also want to take into account the integration of the moon that was conjunct to Jupiter and Uranus and Taurus, squared in Leo to bring those seeds to the ground, and now Virgo is fully expressing. So this is going to help you understand the change in your behavior, which will now change your ascended perspective, which is why this is very much so a game changer. If you think we had the new moon in Scorpio, we then quarter squared it in Aquarius, had the full moon in Gemini. This is the final 270 degrees. We had 0 degrees with Scorpio, 90 degrees with moon Aqua to sun Scorpio, 180 degrees with sun Sag to moon Gemini, and now 270 degrees with moon Virgo to sun Sag. Okay. And be very mindful of the way people will dismiss and invalidate your skills and abilities because they're intimidated by it. Okay. It's very easy to dismiss, oh, this motherfucker's nerdy, he's just speaking jargon. No, bitch, I'm hitting you with the truth. And just like I'm doing this, people can do this to you. And because you are just cracking people's backs with facts, this Neptune opposition could be this sense of delusion or denial in others to pretty much overlook the facts of what you're saying because it goes against what they want to believe. And if there's no integrity in that, the reaper coming for those beliefs. And so the moon in Virgo is a really good analytical understanding to make sure the integrity of your beliefs matches with actual reality. So you're not necessarily engineering illusions into your life, unless that's what you want to do, because that's an advanced application, as long as you're accepting of what it is and not necessarily attached to a lie. Okay, you're gonna see a lot more of that moving forward. And moon in Virgo gives a very important reality check to make sure you're not out here looking stupid. Okay, that trine of Uranus and Jupiter is going to be an amazing boost. It's going to link up with the final trine of Pluto, which is going to intensify our analytical understanding and bring into critical clarity what steps we should begin to take as we prepare for the new moon, aka blast off. So whereas the full moon in Gemini adjusted your perception to give you true clarity, the quarter square in Virgo is now integrating and completing the harvest of this true clarity through now providing even realer clarity based on what we know is true about what we see. All those concepts we understood at the full moon, we're going to really see. We're going to really start to change, and it's going to really change your behavior around what you're looking at and why you're seeing it the way you're seeing it. Okay. The sun is getting ready to step into its second decan, and as it will trine Chiron, relative to the conjunction 9 months prior in Aries during April. This is going to now give you an ascended perspective of how you are overcoming old vulnerabilities and expressing your ego, and how now you can express your ego creatively as you now see yourself in a higher position, bearing this evolution, transformation, and apotheosis as you ascend quite literally into godhood. This is everything that, with the analytical understanding of the moon, will, as the moon increases in degree, provide more detailed understanding so that you come into a physical, practical understanding of how Pisces answers why, Gemini what, Virgo how, you are going to continue to ascend your perspective. This is, of course, the marketing agency providing you with the strategy and analysis that you can prepare in a week from now to already implement and apply. And this is what's going to have you see, Sagittarius, real change, Virgo, in your experience and environment, as, of course, it prepares for you to apply this true clarity of the full moon towards blast off of the new moon. Oh yeah. This is also part of the I Told You So tour, where more receipts pour out, especially because you already presented these receipts Libra season. So as the moon revisits Virgo and Libra, they're revisiting everything that you have presented in the first and second part of this I Told You So tour. This change in the way people will continue to change the way they look at you will happen because of more evidence backing everything you've been saying and showing people for the past 6 months to 10 years. All right. This is going to really shake up the status quo, as it's not going to make people like you or hate you anymore, but it's going to force people to reluctantly admit that a lot of what you have maintained integrity of your beliefs is more than true and is actually real and based in reality, affecting them as well. This is going to now add more direction, as the perspective of this change in behavior will help you understand the classic direction to move into when the moon is in Libra. And until then, you just really want to enjoy how this detailed analytical understanding will 10th house of success produce receipts that add more to this feeling of real success, because you are really understanding how not only are you ascending, you are also coming into detailed understanding of how to activate these supernatural abilities, of how to actually complete this cycle of ascension by preparing to utilize brain function with Mercury in Virgo or Capricorn that will trine moon in Virgo. So now this detailed understanding is linking directly to your brain in Capricorn, that is immediately plugging in the utilization of these powers. And it's going to be pretty dope. This is going to be coming into wearing your spacesuit before the new moon, and you actually wear the spacesuit and blast off. All right, so keep that in mind. We're coming into the closure of Sag before we activate this new cycle in Sag. And this is going to help you release old themes that are no longer needed because we've activated new energy. Okay, you guys stay blessed as always. Once again, as always, thank you so much for the support. You guys continue to stay blessed as always. I'm outie, and until next time, peace.